श्री राधाचंद्र भगवान की जय, गणता भगवान की जय, शिव प्रभात की जय। नाम
અને થેલી ચડાવવાની છે એટલે મેં કીધું કે આમાં થોડુંક મેં જરાક મિલ્ક નાખ્યું છે એટલે ટાઈમસર ખાઈ જવાનું છે. કરવા માટે થોડુંક મિલ્ક નો ફટકારો કર્યો.
Srimad Bhakti nature that eat 4 children. બે પોતે 6 ગમે તેવડે તમે એને બોલાવો તમે એને બોલાવો એટલે 6 plate થાય. 6 plate actually 10.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Ram Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. प्रभुपाद की जय। पिता और सुंदर भगवान की जय। श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र भगवान की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद जय श्री श्री राधा वृंदावन भगवान की जय श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय श्री कुंचन भगवान की जय श्री श्रीमद भगवान की समस्त गौर की जय गौर शिखर और ग्लोरी टू द सिंह और ग्लोरी टू द सिंह all glory to the Son of God. All glory to the Son of God. All glory to the Son of Hare Krishna, bless you, goodness. Hare Krishna. So, can you do this spirituality? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you for coming and joining for our program, dear devotees. We're chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra one round now. And first, we just start from the Panchatantra mantra, and then Prabhu will chant with the Srila Prabhupada chanting. Just chanting together with Srila Prabhupada. Okay, start this Just Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
মানে শান্তি কুমার বেলসেলের মধ্যে যতগুলো বক্তা আসে সবার সময় উনি হচ্ছে নিউটা। বক্তা চলবে না এখন বলিতে যে ওষুধটা ছোট ছোট কিন্তু তুমি এটাকে কি ওষুধ বলবো, এটা তাহলে তোমার মানে রক্তটা বাঁচার চেয়ে রক্তটা টান দিয়ে নাকি বলা ওটাকে ইয়ে করার জন্য, মানে বেশি প্রেশার পড়ে গেছে আর কি, বলছে টাইম লাগবে। কোমরে ব্যথা, মানে কোমরে ব্যথাটাই আমি বুঝতে পারি যে আমার পেটের মধ্যে ব্যথা। তো উনি বলছে না তোমার পেটে ব্যথা, তোমার কোমরে ব্যথা, মানে কোমর আর পেট তো একসাথে তোমার ব্যথাটা তুমি বুঝতে পারছো না। তো দোনো জিজ্ঞাসা করলো, ওই তো আমাকে নিয়ে গেল না কার সাথে যাবো, না না ধ্যানের সাথে তো গেছিলাম অনেক কদিন আগে, ধ্যানের সাথে একবার গেছিলাম, গিয়ে দেখি ওনার এখানে ডাক্তার নাই, পরে গেছে খেতে বাড়িতে। কতক্ষণ বসে থাকবো, 2 ঘন্টা বসে থাকবো, উনি আসছে ডাক্তার, তো আমি চলে এসেছি, তুই আবার কাউকে গেলাম, কাউকে পাচ্ছি না, কি করবো তখন ওই
Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thank you, devotees. Now, do you have like it's okay. Now it's just a Bhagavatam lecture. Hare Krishna, for the Bhakta Vrinda. We have now the Srimad Bhagavatam lecture. This is Srimad Bhagavatam discussed by Her Grace Archana Bhakti Mathaji. I just introduced her a little bit about her devotional activities. She is the disciple of His Holiness Srimad Radhanath Swami Maharaj. She is a Brahmin initiated disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj and has been participating Krishna consciousness since 1992. Academically, she has done her master's degree from one of the most prestigious universities in Columbus, United States. The year of 2000 and 2002, she served in ISKCON New Vrindavan, West Virginia, in various roles from the year 2001 to 2013 in the New Vrindavan. She was a Pujari, cook, very dear to cows, Sheba, mentor, and a teacher. She served at ISKCON Mayapur from the year 2013 to 2018. Currently, she is associated with ISKCON Philadelphia and does various service, Lord Sisi Radha Sharadbari, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, and the Gaurnitai Bhagavan. And she is making garland and also making the garland for deities, cooking and preaching, and also teaching. She is the mother of 4 kids who has been trained by her, become wonderful Krishna consciousness devotees. Her Grace Krishna Archana Bhakti Mathaji ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Thank you. Hare Krishna. You're able to hear me? Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Narayanam Namaskritya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam
Devim Saraswati Vyasam
Tato Jayam Udiraye Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to this week's Srimad Bhagavatam session.
So we have been reading the 3rd chapter of the 1st canto. Have you been following? Do you remember what we discussed in the last? Anyone remembers where we were? No? Bhagwan ke incarnations. Yes, 3rd chapter is about the incarnations of the Supreme Lord. Okay. I was supposed to start with text 10 today. So I'm just seeing if you remember what happened before that. Otherwise, I'll give a quick recap. I'll just give the recap anyway. So this 3rd chapter of the 1st canto, it is entitled Incarnations of, one second. Krishna is the source of all incarnation. Okay. This 3rd chapter is called the Declaration chapter. Any of you, I think some of you will be like computer programmers. Anyone here? No? Okay. Because in computer programming, you have what is called the declaration, right? Where you declare all the variables in the beginning, like that. This chapter is the declaration chapter. That means in this chapter, you will find in sutra forms, the entire Srimad Bhagavatam is there in this chapter. Whatever is going to be covered in detail in Srimad Bhagavatam is given here in a cryptic form, sutra form. That means the explanation will come later on in different parts of Srimad Bhagavatam. But everything that is there in Srimad Bhagavatam will be there here in this declaration chapter. So this 3rd chapter is very, very significant. And usually the declaration chapter comes at the beginning of, and it's not just for Bhagavatam, just like I said, in computer programming, you have, in all books, you have something called the declaration, and it comes at the beginning, like the table of contents, something like that. So this 3rd chapter is very, very significant. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, there are 10 topics, and the 10th topic is called Ashraya Tattvam. Ashraya Tattvam means the shelter, and that Ashraya Tattvam is who? Krishna. Krishna is the Ashraya Tattvam. So the remaining 9 topics are meant to bring us to the 10th topic. Krishna is the subject. He is the shelter for the entire Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, Mathaji. Ashraya. So there are 10 topics according to context. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there are 10 topics. So that is also said in Srimad Bhagavatam only. There is Sarga, means creation, primary creation, Visarga, secondary creation, Sthanam, Poshanam, Utayah. Then you have Manvantara, Ishanukatha, Nirodha, Mukti, Ashraya. So what is this Ashraya? Ashraya means Krishna. Krishna is the Samam Bonam. He is the shelter for all the other 9 topics. So what do we see in this chapter? This chapter is entitled Krishna is the source of all incarnations. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, what you're going to see is what led to this chapter. This is the 3rd chapter. So what happened in the first 2 chapters, you remember? Yes. So the sages asked 6 questions. You remember the 6 questions? First question is, okay, what is the first one is what is the Param Tattvam? Like what is the ultimate benefit, right? What is the ultimate benefit? Second question is, what is the essence of all the scriptures? Third question is, why Krishna appeared as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki? What is the reason? Fourth question is, what are the activities of Krishna? We want to hear about the Leelas of Krishna. Fifth one, Not only Krishna, but his incarnations also. We want to hear about the Leela, activities of Krishna's incarnations. And finally, the sixth question is what? Where did, after Krishna returned, where did Dharma and Jnana take shelter? So these are the 6 questions. So the 5th question was, what are the pastimes of Krishna's avatars? So this chapter is answering that 5th question. What are the pastimes? So Krishna, his avatars, various avatars come and they perform pastimes. So who are those avatars is being listed in this chapter. But that's not all. In this declaration chapter, you will find a statement which says that Krishna is the source of all the other incarnations. How he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead is established here in this declaration chapter. This also comes in computer programming. I don't know what you call that variable, now I'm forgetting, but wherever it comes, that takes precedence. I think functional variable or something. No. Global variable. Yes, global variable. Wherever it comes in any part of that book, whenever it comes, that takes precedence. So there is one statement in this declaration chapter called Paribhasa Sutram. In computer language, you call it global variable. It is Paribhasa Sutram. Paribhasa Sutram means whenever there is a statement, whenever, so Paribhasha Sutram is saying what? That Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in any part of not just Srimad Bhagavatam, but anywhere in the scriptures, when there is a question of who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, if there is a competition, because sometimes you say Lord Shiva is the Supreme, sometimes Lord Vishnu is the Supreme, what should you take? This Paribhasha Sutram holds good. The others will go down. This will stand. So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that is the significance of this chapter. Then in this chapter, I remember I gave class on this several weeks ago, but after that, some more verses were covered. But how the chapter started is with the Purusha avatars. So at the end of the previous chapter, 2nd canto, last chapter, Suta Goswami made a statement that the Lord appeared. I can just read that previous chapter. He says that the Lord appears in various incarnations and he performs pastimes, Leela Avataras, Leelas he's performing. There's a statement like that. The last shloka. Then Suta Goswami is thinking that, one second. I'll just read that out to you. Second canto, I'm sorry, 1st canto, 2nd chapter, last verse. Okay, it is saying, thus the Lord of the universes maintains all planets inhabited by demigods, men, and lower animals. Assuming the roles of incarnations, he performs pastimes to reclaim those in the mode of pure goodness. So he's coming for the sake of those who are in the mode of pure goodness and he's performing pastimes. After saying this, Suta Goswami is thinking that now he's speaking to the sages, Shaunaka and other sages he's speaking to. So as a teacher, the teacher, when the teacher is teaching, is trying to gauge the, at what level the students are, right? And what their questions might be. And based on that, he speaks. So Suta Goswami is anticipating a question from the students. Oh, what are the Leelas? So the Lord is performing pastimes for the benefit of those in the mode of pure goodness. What are those leelas? What are those pastimes? So they would have a desire to hear. So before they could ask, now he begins directly speaking about the various incarnations. That's how this chapter started. Within the Lord's incarnations also, you have various types of incarnations. There is Purusha avatars, Leela avatars, then you have Manvantara avatars, Yuga avatars, Guna avatars, Shaktiavesh avatars, like this. Different types of incarnations are there. But all begins from where? Purusha avatar. First is Purusha avatar. From there, all the other incarnations will come. That's why he starts with Purusha avatar. We are supposed to start with text 10 today, but before that, what happened was in text 1, it is said about that Bhagavan is said. Bhagavan accepted Jagreha Paurusham, Purusha Rupa, right? He accepted the Purusha form. For what? For the purpose of creating this universe. Bhagavan accepted Purusha Avatara for the sake of creating the material universe with what? With these 23 elements. That is the first statement. So there is a question that comes here. Bhagavan accepted Purusha Avatara. Who is that Bhagavan is not said. Bhagavan accepted Purusha Avatara. So who is this Purusha Avatara? Who is the first Purusha Avatara? That's Karanodakashayi Vishnu. So Bhagavan accepted the form of Karanodakashayi Vishnu for the sake of creation. But who that Bhagavan is not said clearly. Okay. Now, after that, the next statement says that the Lord, second verse says that he lay down, right? Second verse is saying a part of the Purusha lies down within the water of the universe. Who is this Purusha who is lying down within the water of the universe? Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. So in the last class, I don't know if you remember, but I described how the process starts, how Karanodakashayi Vishnu is glancing on Prakriti. Prakriti is producing the 23 elements. With those elements, various universes are formed. And then this Karanodakashayi Vishnu enters into each universe, fills it with his perspiration. Half of it is filled with perspiration, called Garbhodaka ocean. Then this Lord who now enters the universe is called Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. He is laying down there and he keeps this mass of 23 elements within his belly, in his womb for 1000 years. And after that, Virata is formed and Virata is born. Virata Purusha is born. So that I explained last time. How this Virata is born? A lotus stem grows from the nabi, from the navel of this Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, and on top of this lotus stem is lotus flower. So in the stem is Virata Purusha, in the lotus is who? Brahmaji. So all the ingredients required to create bodies are there in Virata Purusha, and Lord Brahma has all the Jivatmas, conditioned souls. So Brahmaji now taking the ingredients from Virata Purusha gives bodies to the conditioned souls based on their karma. So what Brahmaji creates is called secondary creation. What Karanodakashayi created is primary creation. So Sarga and Visarga. So then the third verse said, Yasyavaya samsthanai kalpito loka vistaraha tadvai bhagavato rupam vishuddham sattvam urjitam. So this is saying, this third verse is saying that on the body of this person, who is this we are talking about? All the various planets are situated. Who is this person? On his body, like on his head, there is Satyaloka, then, Tapoloka, Janaloka, Maharloka. Virat Purusha. Because Virat Purusha's body is made of material elements only, no? So all the material planets are situated on the body of Virat Purusha. So Yasyavayava samsthana. Avayava means limbs. On whose limbs are situated Kalpito loka vistara. Kalpitaha. Kalpitaha means you have to picture it. He is actually in the form of Vishnu. Virata Purusha looks like Lord Mahavishnu with many heads, many hands, many legs. He has a form just like Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. On his body will be, you have to picture, like there is the Satyaloka on his head, in the where his head is, he has Satyaloka there, where his arm, where his, as you go down, Satyaloka, then you have Tapoloka, like that. And his feet are Patala Loka. That means these planets are situated on the various limbs of his body. And then it is said, Tadvai Bhagavato Rupam Vishuddham Sattvam Urjitam. Vishuddham Sattvam Urjitam. Now, Vishuddham Sattvam means pure goodness. Pure goodness means what? Not material, transcendental. That means this Virata is sprang from the transcendental Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Virata's body is material. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu's body is transcendental. Virata Purusha is springing out from the transcendental body of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So that is said in the 3rd verse. Then the 4th verse is saying, it's describing Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. How we know? So, see, as you're reading, the first is talking about Mahavishnu, second is talking about Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, third is talking about Virata Purusha, fourth is again talking about Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So you shouldn't get confused. Based on what you're saying, this who is who, Acharyas are explaining to us, but they're telling us. This 4th verse says, Pashyantyado rupam. Pashyanti means to see. Ado rupam. Adabhra chakshusha. Adabhra means what? Adabhra means with purified chakshu, eyes. Who do you see with purified eyes? Transcendental form. So therefore, this cannot be material Virata. Here we are talking about Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Purified, how your eyes are purified? By bhakti. By doing bhakti, your eyes are purified and you are able to see the transcendental form. So this 4th verse is talking about Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and there's a description of Sahasra Padoru Bhujana Nadbhutam. Sahasra, thousands of feet. Bhuja, arms, right? And Anana, faces. He has thousands of legs, thousands of arms, thousands of faces. Adbhutam, wonderful. This is the description of the form of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Sahasra Murdha Shravanakshi Nasikam. So many noses, thousands of ears, right? Thousands of mouths. Sahasra Maulyambara Kunda Lolasat. So thousands of garlands, thousands of, clothes, dhotis, thousands of earrings, like that. So this is the description of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Then in the 5th verse we said, Etan Nanavataranam Nidhanam Bijam Avyayam. After describing Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, this Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is Nidhanam. Nidhanam means he is the shelter. Bijam, he is the seed. He is the seed of Nanavataranam. All the avatars which we are going to describe now. We are only going to give a sample list. It's not like this is all the avatars that are there. There are unlimited avatars, unlimited, but a few are just listed here. So the seed for all the avatars that are going to come is who? Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Why? Because from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Kshirodakshaya Vishnu comes. From Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, all the avatars come. But Kshirodakshaya Vishnu is also coming from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Lord Brahma is coming from who? Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Okay? So Lord Brahma comes from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and Kshirodakshaya Vishnu also comes from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And then from Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, all the other avatars are coming. So who is the seed here? Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Gunavataras are coming from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Gunavatar means Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. And all the Leela avatars are coming from Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. So the seed is Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, because even Kshirodakshaya Vishnu is coming from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Clear, no? Next. Yasyam shamshena srijyante. Yasya amsha amshena srijyante devatiryan naradayah. That means This Garbhodakashaya Vishnu's Amsha is Kshirodakashaya Vishnu, and Kshirodakashaya Vishnu's Amsha is all the Leela avatars, right? So Yasyam Sham Shena Srijyante Deva Tiryan Naradaya. So the Lord's avatars come amongst the demigods, among animals, among human community, all different. The Lord's avatars are in different communities. He will appear. Now we begin the list of the avatars, various avatars coming from Kshirodakashaya Vishnu. Text 6 is talking about who's here. It says Prathamam. Prathamam means first. But you shouldn't think this is the first avatar that appeared. No. Prathamam means this is the first one that I'm counting. It doesn't mean this is the first one who appeared. We should remember. So Suta Goswami lists 1, 2, 3, 4, like that he will list. So now we'll just go over the list. So first one, text 6 is talking about the first in the list as is counting. First one is who? Sa eva prathamam devaha kaumaram sargam ashritaha chachara dushcharam brahmacharyam akhanditam. So as you talk about these avatars, as Suta Goswami tells avatars, what is the specific leela or role of that avatar? Specific function of that avatar will be said. So first one is said as Kumaras. Chatush Kumar, Sanak, Sanatan, Sanandan, Sanat Kumar, the 4 Kumaras. That is the first avatara listed. Thank you. And what is there? So again, avatars are also, you have 2 types. There is Amsha and Kala. Tell me if you're following. If it is going above your head, then we just go like a story. As much as you're able to take, okay? Otherwise, there's no point. I'll just keep explaining it. If it's not sinking inside, then what's the point? And if you don't understand, raise your hand. We don't have to rush through. We can go slowly, no problem. Avatars are of 2 types. Okay. Amsha and Kala. Amsha means the Lord's direct expansion, his personal Amsha expansion. Kala means a living entity. A living entity who is invested with the potency of the Lord. So the yes, Mathaji.
Partial incarnation, right?
Yeah.
And Kala is the empowered Satyavesh.
Yes.
Because I know that Satyavesh and that, but it's taken in English, so I was just kind of.
Yeah, I will explain that also. I will Satyavesh also I will tell. So first you understand Amsha. When Amsha is said, you understand Swamsha. So there is Swamsha and Vibhinna Amsha. Swamsha means the Lord. If the Lord is 100%, a portion of it is manifested. Krishna is 100%. But according to the Leela, whatever is a certain potency, for example, Lord Balaram, what is the specific quality of Lord Balaram? He is extremely beautiful. So the opulence of the Lord, the Shakti of the Lord that is manifested in Balaram is beauty. Whereas in some other, let's say Parashuram, okay, we won't take Parashuram, we'll take Kurmadev. Kurmadev, what is Kurmadev's function? Stability. Kurmadev's role is he was holding that Mandara mountain in place. So that particular potency of the Lord is highlighted there. So only that much is exhibited. Lord is one. Why we have so many avatars? All potencies are there in him, but certain potency, when only a certain portion of the potency is highlighted, then you call that by that particular incarnation. He's not manifesting his full 100%. Why? Because it's not needed in that Leela. The thing is that Leela, that pastime must be made very interesting and very relishable for the Lord. That rasa has to be produced. So whichever quality is needed, that much he will manifest in particular avatar, and that avatar is known by that name. When all rasas and everything 100% is there, then you call him Krishna. So directly the Supreme Lord's portion, right? The Lord's form. So the Lord has three types of energies. You all know what are the three types of energies? You can tell in English also, no problem. Samvit, Sandhini, Ladini. Yes, that is all three are within internal energy. On a broader scale, you have internal, marginal, and external. And Antaranga Shakti. Correct. So Swarup Shakti or Antaranga Shakti, internal energy. Jiva Shakti or Tatastha Shakti means marginal, external or Bahiranga Shakti. Okay. So the Lord is internal energy. His form is coming from his internal energy. As he said, Samvit, Sandhini and Haladini. So this Samvit is the cause for his form, for his existence. But it is his internal energy. So when you talk about his Swamsha, what type of potency will you see in Swamsha? You will see internal, marginal, ki external? Internal. Because Bhagavan, na? Swamsha. So you will see the potency that will be there is his internal. Internal potency will be there. What is the second one? I said one is Amsha, the other one is Kala. So Kala is Tatastha Shakti, marginal energy, Jiva Shakti. But we are also Tatastha Shakti. But we are not empowered. So what is that power? The Lord is Shaktiman. All Shaktis are coming from him only. External is also his Shakti, marginal is Shakti, internal is Shakti. So when a particular marginal Shakti, like Tatastha Jivatma, he is investing with either his internal or external potency. He can give either one. Then that is called Kala. Jiva, it's like, I don't know, this example stuck in my head. I always give this example. It's like a bicycle in India holding on to a lorry and going at the speed of the lorry. Right? Like that. So bicycle on its own doesn't have that capacity. But now it's going at the speed of the lorry by holding. Like that, this Jivatma is invested with the power of the Supreme Lord. So now this Jivatma is acting like Bhagavan. That is called Kala. Examples of Kala would be Lord Brahma, the Kumaras. Why I am saying this? Because now we are reading about the Kumaras. The Kumaras are also Jiva Shakti. But they have been, there is Avesha. Avesha means one energy is invested in them. What is that energy? In the case of Kumaras, it is Jnana Shakti. The Lord's Jnana Shakti is invested. So now they are acting, now they are actually an avatar of the Lord. So I said Amsha and Kala. Kala means Jiva Shakti, which is invested with the potency of the Lord. Okay. Within that also now there is two categories. Kala has two categories depending on how much Shakti is invested. If more Shakti is invested, you call it Avatar, Shakti Avesh Avatar. If little bit of energy is invested, it is called Vibhuti. Vibhuti. Avatar and Vibhuti. Within Kala, you have two now. Avatar and Vibhuti. Avatar means more Shakti. Vibhuti means less Shakti. Example, Lord Brahma is Shaktiyavesha Avatar because he has this creative Shakti invested in him. You can also say Palana Shakti. He is controlling this whole universe, right? Controllership. That power is invested in Brahmaji. What would be the example of Vibhuti where controllership is given? Can you give an example of Vibhuti? Vibhuti means less energy. Can you think of any example? Vibhuti where controllership is given but it is less compared to Brahmaji. Controllership. controlling, like Lord Brahma, there's, Indra, yes. So here we are talking about universal maintenance. Acharyas are coming to give us bhakti. Yes, of course. Bhakti Shakti, empowered. Like next avatar, we will see Narad Muni. Narad Muni is empowered with Bhakti Shakti. Here we are talking about Palana Shakti. So Bhakti Shakti is also the Lord Shakti, it is his internal energy. So Jiva Shakti, Jivatma invested with internal energy would be Bhakti Shakti, and that's our Acharyas, like Narad Muni, yes, our Acharyas, empowered, certainly. So you saw the difference between Vibhuti and Avatar. Shaktivesh Avatar is Lord Brahma, and others also. Now we will see, you have Parashuram, you have Rishabdev. So they're all Shaktivesh avatars, a Lord Buddha, invested with the potency of the Lord. But then you have Swamsha, like Kurma, Varaha, and Narasimha. They're all Swamsha, directly Swamsha expansions. So when we read about the colors, then we will also talk about what type of energy is invested when we are talking about that particular incarnation. So now with that background, we will go down the list of incarnations. First incarnation we saw is Kumaras. So what type of Shakti is invested in the Kumaras? Jnana Shakti. Jnana Shakti. So in this verse it is said, Chachara Dushcharam Brahma Brahmacharyam Akhanditam. So their contribution or their pastime with this, when now that they're empowered with this Jnana Shakti, what did they do in that? They practiced Brahmacharya, and they taught this to the whole world. By practicing it themselves, they're teaching Brahmacharya to everyone. That is Kumaras. First. Then next, text 7 is talking about Dvitiyam tu Bhavayasya Rasatala Gatam Mahim Uddharishyan Upadatta Yagyesha Saukaram Vapuhu. Sukara Rupa. Who is Sukara Rupa? Sukara means Varahadev. Yes. So second is Varahadev. Is Varahadev Amsha or Kala? Amsha. Yes. Varahadev is Amsha. So second means second in counting. Not that he's the next incarnation who appeared. Counting, we are counting second. What does Varahadev do? Rasatala Gatam Mahim. Mahim means earth. Rasatala Gatam. When earth goes to Rasatala. This is again something that has to be explained. You see, we have the whole universe is divided into. Tell me when to stop, Prabhuji. It's 7:34. Up to what time is the class? 7:40. Yeah? Okay. Yeah. I'm not really, in a hurry to cover, like finish the chapter or anything. I'm explaining. Okay.
You can go beyond that. You can go.
Yeah, you tell me when to stop. I will keep time. Okay, let's use this time now. So about this earth, see, the universe has upper, middle, and lower planetary system. Yes, actually there are 14 planetary systems, 7 and 7. Okay, and in the middle you have earth. So you have Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Swargaloka in the middle. Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Swargaloka. And above that you have Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, Satyaloka. So 7 on top. And below you have Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala. Like this. 7 below, 7 on top. In the middle you have Bhumi. Bhumi. Bhuloka. You know how it actually, how they're actually located? This earth, Bhumi, is in the form of a disc. Okay? Disk will have its thickness, right? Thickness. So this bhumi is a surface. We are all there. And this bhumi has its thickness within that. It's like within the hollow. It's not exactly hollow, but there are cavities inside this disk. Bhumi is top, the surface. That's Bhuloka. Within Bhuloka, inside there are cavities. Those are the 7 planets. So these 7 planets are actually inside this disk itself. Separated from one another, there is some thick in between. That's why when you see those videos about the Vedic planetarium, when you see about the universe, you will see there's tunnels. Through tunnels, you can go to lower planets. So the lower planets are within this bhumi only. So what is the lowest planet? Patala. Above that is Rasatala. And where is this bhumi located? This bhumi is of these 14 planetary systems are in the stem of the lotus. And this lotus stem is coming from the navel of Garbhodakashaya Vishnu. Garbhodakashaya Vishnu is laying down on the ocean, Garbhodaka ocean. Okay? So the lowest planet is Patala. Right above that is Rasatala. What happens is, at regular intervals, this whole bhumi. So when you say bhumi means it includes all the other planets also. It goes down into the Garbhodaka ocean. It just slips and falls into the Garbhodaka ocean. So yeah, because that is inside. So everything goes down. But when bhumi is in its actual position, when bhumi is in its position, the place where Rasatala would be, when the earth slips down, so Rasatala is just above, just like little space above the water level. Okay. So here when it says that bhumi goes to Rasatala, what should you understand? It's slipping down to the region of Rasatala, means where Rasatala would have been located in that space, bhumi is going down. And Rasatala, because it's just above the water, it is, you should understand that it actually went inside the Garbhodaka ocean.
Isn't that all the 14 planetary systems that from the navel of Mars?
Yes.
So how is it like it's just above the water? I mean, there should be the navel.
But the navel is surrounded by water all around. Like that. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So, bhumi falls into the Garbhodaka ocean. One thing that we should always remember when we are studying, hearing Shastra is, it is not possible for us to comprehend exactly the situation with the present mind, because our faculties are very limited. This subject is transcendental. Transcendental means beyond what your mind can capture, isn't it? Because mind is made of what? It is coming from Prakriti, modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance. And the Lord is beyond that. So it is not possible for us to exactly picture how things are functioning with this mind. But if you practice devotional service, by bhakti, then you will be able to understand the transcendental subjects, because now your senses, your mind, intelligence will be transcendentalized. Then you will be able to understand. But nevertheless, still the scriptures try to explain things as far as possible, even giving examples which our mind and intelligence can comprehend. Why? Because if nothing is explained, we won't even come. We won't be convinced to even begin devotional service. So, to get us to start devotional service, some explanation is given. And with that explanation, when we start performing devotional service, then we get that transcendental vision by which we can understand clearly. That's why our acharyas, they're able to see everything clearly, because now they don't have the faults that we have in the senses. So many things like this, it will come. Even creation, when we are seeing Karanadaksha Vishnu glancing, right? And they're coming from his skin pores, the universes are coming from his breath, they're coming. Then question will come, how all three things are happening? Is it coming from the skin, or is he looking, is Prakriti outside or inside? How the universes are coming from his body? Prakriti is outside. Such questions will come. Acharyas explain as far as possible, they will explain. But at the same time, we should understand it's not possible to get exact picture because of our limited capacity of the senses with that. So that is why explanation is there here. Same thing. Acharya is saying that because the shloka is saying that earth fell into Rasatala. How will you explain? Rasatala is inside earth only. How earth will fall into Rasatala? So then there is an explanation given by Acharya. Earth is falling into Rasatala means the region of Rasatala. Earth slipped down to that and it went into water. Why we are talking about this here? Because we want to discuss Varahadev. Varahadev's function is he lifts the earth out of the water. Whenever the earth falls into Garbhodaka ocean, Varahadev lifts her and reinstates her in her position. That's the thing. When does this happen? Now Brahmaji has he lives for 100 years. Let's take his one day. His one day is called one kalpa. In one day, there are 14 manvantaras. Okay, 14 manvantaras. And also he has 1 month, and his 1 month consists of 30 days. Just like we have names for 7 days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Brahmaji's 30 days have 30 names. Not 7 days for 1 week. He has 30 days for the whole month. So his first day is called Varaha Kalpa or Shweta Varaha Kalpa. That means on this day, the first day of the month, Brahmaji's first day of the month, earth goes into Garbhodaka ocean. Varahadev, Shweta Varaha comes to lift the earth out. At that time, there is no Hiranyaksha. No fight with Hiranyaksha at that time. Just Bhumi Devi, what happened in the very first creation, very first day of creation. First day, Brahmaji's first day of creation, when he's just born and now he has to create. First day, when Brahma, so this will come in the 3rd canto, Brahmaji created, he created the Kumaras, he created Rudra came, like this, finally he created Manu. And he said, you go to Bhumi, because you are the father of mankind. Manu means father of, Manushya is coming from Manu. You go to Bhumi, and there you and your wife Shatarupa, now you procreate and you fill with good population. So Manu went. He went and he saw there is no Bhumi here, because Bhumi had gone inside the ocean. No, so he came back to Brahmaji. He said, there is no Bhumi. You told me to go to Bhumi. There is no Bhumi there. Then Lord Brahma started thinking what to do. And as he was thinking of the Lord, right, there's a problem here. As he was thinking about the Lord, from his nostril, a small Varaha form came out of the nostril of Brahmaji. Very small, Sukara Rupa. And within no time, he grew big, and he became so gigantic and very beautiful to look at. That is Varahadev. And immediately Varahadev, and he was being offered prayers by all the demigods, Varahadev went into the Garbhodaka ocean and picked up Bhumi Devi and put her there. There is no fight of Hiranyaksha at this time, the first day. But as I said, in one day of Brahmaji, how many Manvantaras are there? 14. In the 6th Manvantara called Chakshusha, we are in now 7th. This is 7th Manvantara called Vaivasvata. Previous to this, Chakshusha Manvantara, at that time, also Bhumi Devi goes into the ocean. Okay, every day in Chakshusha Manvantara, Bhumi Devi goes into the ocean. Why she goes? In Chakshusha Manvantara, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu come. Every day in Chakshusha Manvantara, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu will take birth. So Hiranyaksha steals Bhumi Devi, puts her inside the Garbhodak ocean. Then Varahadev comes. This is Neela Varaha, a different Varaha. Neela Varaha comes, fights with Hiranyaksha, rescues Bhumi Devi and reinstates. Both Shweta Varaha, Neela Varaha, they're coming from no, Varahadev, incarnations coming from Kshirodakshai Vishnu. Garbhodakshai Vishnu say Kshirodakshai Vishnu. All avatars coming from Kshirodakshai Vishnu. So Varahadev also is coming from Kshirodakshai Vishnu. Whether Shweta Varaha or Neela Varaha, both are coming from Kshirodakshai Vishnu. What is the role of Varahadev? What does Varahadev do? Lifts the earth out of ocean. Whenever the earth falls into the ocean, Varahadev appears to lift her out. In Chakshusha Manvantara, when he comes, he fights with Hiranyaksha. He lifts the earth, but he also fights and kills Hiranyaksha. But in the first day, when he comes, and also first day of the month, it's called Varaha Kalpa. He'll simply lift the earth. That is Shweta Varaha, who simply lifts, no fighting, Shweta Varaha. The one who fights with Hiranyaksha is Neela Varaha. And also there's another Varaha called Rakta Varaha, red color. That is in different kalpas, he appears like that. Certain kalpas, he comes as Rakta Varaha. So that's Varahadev. Then the next is Narad Muni. So Narad Muni is what? Tell me, Amsha or Kala? Kala. Kala. Yes. And in Kala, is he Avatar or Vibhuti? Avatar only. Yes. Here we are seeing avatars only. We are not seeing Vibhutis here. Avatar. So Narad Muni is Avatar and he is Kala. And what is the Shakti which is invested in him? Bhakti Shakti. Bhakti Shakti, is it internal energy or external energy? Internal energy. That's it. That is Narad Muni. So that is third one. Tritiyam Rishi Sargam Vai Devarshitvam Upetya Saha Tantram Satvatam Achashta Naishkarmyam Karmanam Yataha. Here, one thing to be noted is this Naishkarmyam is said, you shouldn't take it as Nishkama Karma Yoga. Here, Naishkarmyam does not mean Nishkam Karma Yoga. Naishkarmyam means here Bhakti only. That means by doing this Bhakti, all your karma is burnt out. It's all finished. So Narad Muni is giving us Narada Pancharatra. He is actually teaching us Bhakti. He is empowered with Bhakti Shakti. Okay. So, yeah. So this you had already covered. Now okay, one more. This was also covered. Naranarayan Rishi was also covered before. Okay. So, next one. We'll go to the next one. Okay. So about Narad Muni, it is said in the millennium of the Rishis, the personality of Godhead accepted the third empowered incarnation in the form of Devarshi Narada, who is a great sage among the demigods. So he is Devarshi. He is a Rishi amongst the Devatas, Devarshi. And who is he collected expositions of the Vedas which deal with devotional service and which inspire non-fruitive action. Okay. Next avatar, fourth one in the list. Turiya means, you know what? Turiya means fourth. So, Turiye Dharma Kala Sarge Naranarayana Vrishi Bhutvat Mo Pashammo Petam Akarot Dushcharam Tapaha. So, Naranarayan Rishi, they are twins, twin sages. They are born to Dharma and his wife. Okay. Dharma Kala. Kala means wife. Dharma Kala means Sarge. They are born to Dharma and his wife. And what is their function? They did severe tapasya. Dushcharam tapaha, right? Very severe, which is not possible for others to do. And also, they did such severe tapasya. You know what happens when someone does very severe tapasya? Who becomes worried? Indra. Yes. So Lord Indra became worried. Why he becomes worried? They'll become so powerful, they'll take my spot. They'll take my seat. Because see, how one becomes Indra or Brahma? By their pious credits. Right? You get a lot of power, potency by doing pious credits, by following your dharma very nicely. If you follow perfectly your varnashram dharma for 100 lifetimes with no fault, then you become eligible to become Brahmaji. 100 lifetimes, spotless, without any fault, you do varnashram dharma, you can become Brahmaji. Indra, if you do 100 Ashwamedha Yagyas, you can become Indra. This is in terms of karma. And what to speak of if you're doing, tapasya, severe tapasya. Yagya, dana, tapa, all these are karma. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yagya, dana, tapa. Here tapa is being done, tapasya. So Indra becomes worried. His potency will become so great, he'll take my position. So what he will do? He will try to disturb that person by sending his apsaras, distract them. And when they're distracted, they will lose their power. Now his position is safe. So Indra did that to Naranarayan Rishi also. He sent his apsaras to distract Naranarayan Rishi's tapasya. But what happened? Naranarayan Rishi didn't get distracted. Rather, they produced transcendental apsaras from their body. And Indra became amazed looking at them. His apsaras became, Pika in front of the apsaras created by Naranarayan Rishi. And he was completely baffled, bewildered. So then Naranarayan Rishi said, you can take with the best, whichever one you like, you take. So he took Urvashi. That's how Indra got Urvashi. So this is the power of Naranarayan Rishi. That is an avatar of the Lord, Naranarayan Rishis. Okay. So Narayan is Swamsha, the Supreme Lord. Nara is Arjun. Yes. Okay. So then that brings us to today's class. Supposed to start now, 10th verse. Mukta Sangha Prabhu said we should start from text 10. I was seeing if you remembered, so I started all over again. Anyway, so 10th one, the 10th shloka, this is the 5th avatar. After Naranarayan Rishi is Kapil Dev. So we can go quickly from here. Who is Kapil Dev? Who are the parents of Kapil Dev? Kardama Muni. Yes. Kardama Muni and Devahuti's son Kapil Muni. Kapil Dev. Kapil Bhagavan, what is his contribution? What is his Sankhya Yoga? Yes, he's given us Sankhya philosophy. Okay, that's all. That's about Kapil Dev. So he taught Sankhya philosophy, and here it is said, this verse is saying, Provacha Suraye Sankhya. He spoke Uvacha to Asurya. That means there's a Brahmana called Asuri. Okay, it's just the name of a Brahmana. So he gave this Sankhya philosophy to Asuri Brahmana. Not that he's Asura or something. His name is Asuri Brahmana. He gave this Sankhya philosophy to Asuri Brahmana. Tattva Grama Vinirnayam. Okay, that's all. The next avatar, 6th avatar, Shashtam Atrer Apatyatvam. Atrer, Atri Muni's son. Vritaha Prapto Anasuyaya. So Atri Muni and Anasuya's son. Who is that? Dattatreya. Anvikshikim Alarkaya. Anvikshiki. You know what is Anvikshiki? In Vedic education, there is 4 branches. Anvikshiki, Trayi, Varta and Dandaniti. Anvikshiki, Trayi, Varta and Dandaniti. So Trayi is the education which is given to Brahmanas. Trayi means it deals with, the Karma Kanda section, right? So Trayi, like Krishna says, Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna Nidvando Nitya Satvasto Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. So what is that translation? The Vedas deal mainly with the subject of the 3 modes of material nature. Oh Arjuna, you transcend these 3 modes. Krishna is saying that. So like that. So this Trayi, this knowledge is given to the Brahmanas. This education is given to the Brahmanas to perform their various yagyas, pujas, like that. Then what is the other one? Trai. Varta. Varta means agriculture, cow protection for the Vaishyas. Varta literally means how to increase your artha, right? Wealth. So that is trade and agriculture. Varta. Dandaniti is for Dandaniti, punishment for Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas. And for Shudras, Shudras don't go to Gurukul. Dvijas means only Vaishyas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya. They go to Gurukul. They are second born, twice born, right? And they get education in Gurukul. Shudras, they don't go to Gurukul. So that is why for Brahmanas there is Trai, for Kshatriyas Dandaniti, and for Vaishyas Varta. Then what is Anvikshiki? Anvikshiki is meant for everyone. It is common. Like you have plenary sessions, right? Where it is meant for everyone. So like that. Anvikshiki deals with what? The difference between matter and spirit. That is the base. That is the heart. You must understand, I'm not this body, I'm a spirit soul. And then you have duties that you perform in this world. So Anvikshiki means it is the knowledge which deals with, which tells you about the difference between matter and spirit. So Dattatreya has taught this Anvikshiki to Alarka, Prahalada, and others. Dattatreya. Okay. One thing is, okay, I'll tell you after the next one. So next is Saptama, seventh incarnation. Tataha Saptama Akutyam Akuti. Rucher Yagyo Bhyajayata. So Ruchi is the next incarnation. Who is Ruchi? Ruchi is he is the son of, he is the Supreme Lord. Prajapati's son. Ruchi is Prajapati. Ruchi's son is Yagya. Yagya, correct. So Ruchi is a Prajapati. Ruchi's wife is Akuti. So now Manu, Swayambhu Manu had 3 daughters and 2 sons. Who knows the names of the 3 daughters? Devahuti, Akuti, Prasuti. And who are the 2 sons? Very good. Uttanpad and Priyavrat Maharaj. 2 sons and 3 daughters. So what we read in Bhagavatam is about the dynasties, descendants of King Uttanpad only. Up to 7th canto, we are only reading about Swayambhu Manu, Swayambhu Manvantara. So Swayambhu Manu's first, we will read about Devahuti, Devahuti's son Kapil Dev, 3rd canto, right? 4th canto, we will read about Uttanpad Maharaj's descendant, Dhruva Maharaj. Then we will read out Prithu Maharaj, the line coming down from Uttanpad. 5th canto starts with Priyavrat Maharaj. Priyavrat Maharaj is the son of Manu. So 5th canto deals with that. And then 6th canto, we talk about Ajamil, right? Then 7th canto, again we are talking about Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Prahlad. So up to 7th canto, we are talking only about Swayambhu Manu's dynasty. And 8th canto, it will list the other Manvantaras. And in the 9th canto, we will talk about particularly the Surya Vamsha and Chandra Vamsha. Surya Vamsha culminates in Lord Ramchandra's pastime. Chandra Vamsha in Krishna's pastime. So 9th canto ends with 2 verses talking about Krishna. Parikshit Maharaj says, only 2 verses, he's not satisfied. Please elaborate more. Then the 10th canto comes. All Krishna's pastimes, like that. So, this here we are talking about Yagya. The next incarnation is Yagya, who is the son of Akuti, the daughter of Swayambhu Manu, and her husband Ruchi. So in this Manvantara only, Swayambhu Manvantara, one more thing. Maybe I'll say this and I'll end here. I think everyone's getting tired. I'll stop here. But Yagya. in every Manvantara, just like when there is, after every 5 years, in US it's after 4 years, right? Elections happen after every 4 years. 4 years. So there's a change of government. Like that, in every Manvantara, there's a change of universal government. There's a change. Who all change in every Manvantara? Do you know? Six positions are changed, like vacated, and new people are appointed. 6. One is Manu himself. So for the first one, it is Swayambhuva Manu. Like that, Manu changes. In every Manvantara, Manu changes. Manu Putras also change. Manu's sons. Indra will change. Devatas will change. Indra's, Devatas, they'll also change. Yeah. These are all posts actually. Those posts, just like when you say Prime Minister, right? Now, when you say Prime Minister, you will say Modi, but actually, someone else can be Prime Minister. Prime Minister is a post. Like that, when you say Indra means a post. So all these posts the positions are taken by different people in every Manvantara. So, Manuputras, Indra, Devatas, Saptarshis. Saptarshis also change. And finally, there is Manvantara Avatar, who is an incarnation of the Supreme Lord. Swamsha Avatar of the Supreme Lord. Manvantara Avatar, Lord Vishnu. He will also change. That means there's, like, for example, during Samudra Manthan Leela, in that Manvantara, the Lord is called Ajita Bhagwan. Ajita Bhagwan, like that. So in first Swayambhuva Manvantara, who is the Manvantara avatar? Yagya. Akuti and Ruchi's son Yagya. He is Lord Vishnu. He is the Manvantara avatar for Swayambhuva Manvantara. Okay? Not only is he Manvantara avatar, he is also Indra. Both. He played both roles. That is about Yagya. So Yagya is the 7th incarnation. And after that, 8th is Rishabdev. Who is Rishabdev? हाँ, भगवान के incarnation है. ये सब तो incarnations ही हैं. नाभि के पुत्र. Excellent, very good. So नाभि किनके पुत्र हैं? आग्निद्रा. आग्निद्रा किनके पुत्र हैं? प्रियव्रत. प्रियव्रत किनके पुत्र हैं? Manu. Yes. So that is the line. Okay. Manu's son Priyavrata, Priyavrata's son Agnidra, Nabhi's son Rishabdev. So Rishabdev is also Kala. Okay. And what is Rishabdev's? He is given with this Shakti, right? It's called Bhaga Shakti. Okay. Opulence of the Lord. And he did, he became like, he just renounced everything. Like, significance of Rishabdev's teachings. Rishabdev gave teachings to his 100 sons. These teachings are very important. Tapo Divyam Putraka, right? That was very famous. So those are very important. But Shastra tells us, don't follow the path which is adopted by Rishabdev. Right? Like Digambar, you should not follow what he did. You take his teachings, but the path which he followed, if you follow, you will be lost. You will fall down. Huh? Arrested. Acha. Kaise? Can you tell me? Arrested? Acha, पूछ रहे हैं.
I mean, follow his teachings, not the action.
Yeah.
Like path of Python, like one of the days.
Correct. Yes.
If somebody does that,
yeah, you won't be able to survive actually. You cannot do that. So yeah, same with Dattatreya. And so Shastra tells us what Dattatreya practiced and what Rishabdev practiced, it is not to be. So there's a Jainism.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, so it's not bona fide because Shastra has forbidden to follow what Rishabdev did. And if you're following, that means you're going against Shastra. That becomes an offense. Because of offense, he'll fall down.
Then don't they follow the teachings of Rishabhdeva? Because that philosophy is totally different from that.
Yeah, that means they're not following the teaching, right?
But Rishabhdeva is their first teacher. They call Rishabh Bhagwan. They start that Rishabhdeva Parshvanath.
Yeah, but it's like
Neminath, Parshvanath, they are all.
like milk is there, then become yogurt, then butter, then ghee.
बट
It's like that.
माताजी ऋषभदेव ने तो तपो दिव्यम बोला है ना, दिव्यम यानी भगवान ही भक्ति, वो ये लोग अलग
भक्ति
करते हैं जी।
नहीं, भक्ति किसकी कहे? वो भगवान की
दिव्यम यानी मैंने सुना था कि दिव्यम यानी भगवान की भक्ति, कृष्ण की भक्ति, राम की भक्ति। तो लेकिन वो नहीं करते, वो तो जब तपो यानी खाली वो अपनी शरीर को तकलीफ देते हैं सारा।
तो वो नहीं करना चाहिए बोलते हैं। शास्त्र हमको बोलते हैं कि वो जो किए वो हमको नहीं करना है। ऐसा करेंगे तो आपको you will not get your yeah.
जो recommended करने वाला तपस्या करने के लिए वो कर देगा, जैसे एकादशी है, जन्माष्टमी है, हम लोग समझ नहीं रहे। लेकिन वो जो बाल निकालते हैं हमें एक
प्रभु जी
हम लोग लेके चलते हैं।
Mahavir was born in Kshatriya family. Kshatriya is a Hindu. So he must have studied the Vedas. I'm guessing. And secondly, there's one question that has always kind of puzzled me. How did they attain what they attained? If they attain liberation, that only Krishna can give liberation. Narayan gives liberation. How did they attain liberation?
Who attained liberation, Master?
And all other people. Without bhakti. Without bhakti, how can you attain liberation?
Yeah, no. There is Jnana Marga also, you can attain liberation.
But that liberation is not like you still have to come back. It's not.
No. Liberation means you don't come back.
From Jnana Marga also you get.
No, yeah, you don't come back.
Then you don't need bhakti.
Yeah, but you don't get seva. If you Jnana Marg, if you follow, you go into Brahman and you just stay there. Devotees don't want that. It's like spiritual suicide. They don't want it. You lose your identity. Yeah, you just go there and you're there eternally, just there existing. That's all. Would you like that? No. So yeah.
It's very big matter, but yeah, I kind of think that they also are probably the partial incarnations, I'm guessing. Because they are superior personality, obviously.
For us, always Shastra is Pramana. If they are mentioned in Shastra as an incarnation, we will accept. If they are not mentioned, no, we don't accept.
Because they say that Neminath, one of the Tirthankaras, was the cousin brother of Krishna.
No. See, that's why this in Shastra also very systematically, our acharyas have done all the work. Srila Jiva Goswami has very systematically established, anytime when someone makes a statement, even if somebody says Lord Shiva is the supreme, based on Shiva Purana he will say, or someone from some other faith will say our so-and-so is the supreme. First thing that you have to do, this is Srila Jiva Goswami, how he has taught us is, establish that your pramana. Pramana means that which gives you knowledge is called pramana. That which gives you knowledge is called pramana. And what knowledge? Yathartha. Real knowledge, as it is knowledge. That which gives you as it is knowledge, that is called pramana. Okay. So first of all, you have to establish their pramana. Is that the highest pramana or not? He has already established Srimad Bhagavatam as Chakravarti Pramana. Vedas are Raja, they are the king. But amongst kings also, the emperor is Srimad Bhagavatam. Just now we were talking about global variable, like that. When something is said in Srimad Bhagavatam, and that too here in the declaration chapter, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead is already established. That is the ultimate. Now, if somebody says, no, but our book says this, now please prove that your book is the highest. And very systematically, he's in a very impartial way, he has established how something can qualify as the best. what all characteristics it should have. One, for example, one quality is it should not be written by any person. वहीं पे सब fail हो जाएंगे. Nobody will qualify for that. Only the Vedas qualify for that. Nobody wrote the Vedas. The Vedas manifest from the Lord. So आपके पास ऐसा कोई है तो आप लेकर आइए, हम एक्सेप्ट करेंगे. हाँ, तभी आप बोल सकते हैं हाँ पुराण में बोले हैं लॉर्ड शिवा इज द सुप्रीम करके शिव पुराण में बोला है, वो भी काम कर दिया उन्होंने. इसीलिए वेदास आर द किंग बट भागवतम इज द एम्परर. सो विद इन पुराणास आल्सो यू हैव सात्विक पुराण, राजस पुराण, तामस पुराण. व्हिच इज द बेस्ट? सात्विक पुराणास आर द बेस्ट. उसमें बाकी सब चले जाएंगे. एंड सात्विक पुराण में भी अभी विष्णु पुराण है, भागवतम है. विष्णु पुराण में विष्णु भगवान को सुप्रीम बोलते हैं, भागवत में कृष्ण को बोलते हैं. किनको देखा वो भी एस्टेब्लिश कर दिया उन्होंने. सो हाउ टाइम लगेगा बता नहीं. बट वी विल डू इट अनदर टाइम. आई डिड इट ऑलरेडी इन द कोर्स बट इन अ ग्लिम्स आई डिड. बट yes, but yeah. So it is established. He did that already for us. Bhagavatam is the highest. So now, one last point is, for us the pramana is Shastra, not Bhagavan. You should remember this. What Bhagavan said is not our pramana. What Shastra says is our pramana. Why? Can you tell me why? What Bhagavan says is not our pramana. What Shastra says is our pramana. Can you tell me why?
Without Shastra, you don't even get that.
Yes. And then any person, like someone said, someone's cousin is Krishna's brother and this person is Bhagavan. And that person is saying you have to accept because Bhagavan is saying. भगवान ने कहा तो अभी आप एक्सेप्ट कर लीजिए बोलेंगे ना. अभी वो भगवान है कि नहीं कौन एस्टेब्लिश करेगा. तो इसीलिए फॉर अस द प्रूफ इज ऑलवेज शास्त्र. अभी बोलते हैं तो हम भगवत गीता कैसे एक्सेप्ट करें? भगवत गीता क्या है? शास्त्र है ना. हाँ, एंड शास्त्र इज सेइंग कृष्ण. भागवतम टॉप मोस्ट एम्परर शास्त्र इज सेइंग कृष्णस्तु भगवान स. अभी वो जो भी बोलेंगे हम एक्सेप्ट कर लेंगे. हाईएस्ट कौन है? भगवान है कि शास्त्र है? एक और नहीं, भगवान हाईएस्ट है. क्यों? शास्त्र इज भगवान शक्ति. सो टॉप मोस्ट इज कृष्णा. लेकिन कृष्णा है करके हमको बताएगा कौन? शास्त्र. सो यू हैव टू गो वाया शास्त्र ओनली. शास्त्र विल टेल अस हु इज गॉड. अदरवाइज हर एक गली में एक भगवान आ जाएंगे और वो अपना फिलॉसफी बोलेंगे, हमको एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा. क्यों? क्योंकि आप भगवान को अपना ये बना लिए, प्रमाण बना लिए. सो नेवर. लॉर्ड बुद्धा, शास्त्र no, Shastra says Buddha is the Lord, we accept him. Shastra says don't accept his philosophy, we don't accept, because Buddha said reject Vedas, we don't. So इसलिए always this is important point. हमेशा हमारे लिए प्रमाण शास्त्र है, भगवान नहीं. ठीक है.
One last question.
हाँ माताजी.
You said that the position of Indra keeps changing, right?
Yes. Manvantara.
But every Indra is as envious because always we see that Indra is worried about his throne and he sends apsaras. So in every Manvantara he does the same act because Indras are different, right? Different person becomes Indra. So that different person also acts in the same way. That's what I was thinking.
So when the Supreme Lord is involved in a pastime, for example, where the Govardhan Leela is happening, there Indra became envious.
Yeah, yes.
So the Lord's pastimes are eternal. So Bhagwan, the Lord's pastimes are like a script of a drama. Script is written first and then the drama is enacted. It is not like newspaper report. After the accident happens, then the report is given. So after the incident happens, then the Vedas are written or scripture is written. No, Vedas are already there. Pastimes are already there. Script is there. According to script, it is enacted. So then Indra has to become envious. But then that person will also be Yeah. So a living entity who qualifies to play that role will be chosen. You have to, His Holiness Bhaktimarg Maharaj, he'll go to different festivals. He recruits on the spot. It's a 3-day festival. Within those 3 days, he'll just recruit devotees to play his drama. And then he'll have the script, but he goes to different places. He'll have local devotees there. He'll just train them up quickly and like that. So you recruit those jivatmas who are qualified to play those characters, those roles. So somebody, Indra, who has that karma, who can play the role of Indra will go. And as far as Indra becoming envious, the position is such, being a demigod itself is so much opulence. And in that also being the ruler, he's not a pure devotee.
Yeah, he's a karma mission.
Yes, yes. And so it is natural when you are dealing with power, it's a very, very, unless you're a pure devotee like Ambarish Maharaj, anyone would get sucked into that, right?
Yeah.
Being protective of your position. Yes.
Which way is better? It looks little. You said no Krishna, Shastra. So which one is better? Shastra and Krishna together, or just Shastra, no Krishna?
Pramana means for knowledge.
Yeah, but see, when I was in school, once I remember, not once, many times, teacher used to say, here there is an earring. So teacher was telling, ear कितना अच्छा लग रहा है earring की वजह से, right? Ear अच्छा लग रहा है earring की वजह से. It's looking beautiful because of the earring. So earring is the hair call. But if there is no ear, then what is the use of earring? So similarly, like Mathaji asked one question, and he said, no, Krishna is top most.
Yes.
Because Shastra is Shakti.
Yes. He's Shaktiman and
So,
Veda is Shakti.
so like we say, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigrahana Radhe Govindam Sarvakaramita. Of course, Shastra is the Shakti. You say like this, no Krishna, Shastra. Why not Krishna and Shastra and Krishna together?
You cannot separate Shakti, Shaktiman,
Yeah.
Abhinnatvat. You cannot separate them. So sun and sunshine, can you separate?
Same thing I'm telling that. Why not say Shastra and Krishna
I
together?
told you already, because Krishna, you are saying because you know Krishna from Shastra. But if a new person wants to see the
Yeah, for new person, yeah, that we have to. For new person.
new person matlab, see, there's a person in this universe called Devadatta. Devadatta wants to know, he wants to get knowledge, and he wants to know who's the creator of this universe. Where should he go to get that knowledge? Should he hear from God? If God comes and tells him, I am God, should he accept him?
I understand. For new people, that's okay. But for devotees, if they read whole Shastra and if they know Darshanarthi,
They read already, na? Shastra they read. Then yeah, because now Shastra is saying Krishna is the supreme, so now surrender to Krishna. Shastra, why you're surrendering to Krishna? Why you're listening from Krishna? Because Shastra is saying. So that is why Shastra is first.
but I'm telling you say like this, no Krishna, Shastra. So,
आपको समझना चाहिए मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ यहाँ point.
What is this sentence I think you asked? Is Pramana Shastra or
Krishna, I mean Bhagavan, not Krishna. I said Bhagavan.
Bhagwan?
Yes, yes.
I understood totally, no problem. But it's looking, I mean, by listening this, no Krishna, no Bhagavan, Krishna. थोड़ा अजीब लगता है.
मैं उसका प्रमाद मैंने बता दिया. अगर if you accept भगवान भी शास्त्र भी दोनों एक साथ, तो कोई आके बोलेगा मैं भगवान हूँ, तब क्या करेंगे? प्रभु जी कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं? उनको दीजिए माइक.
Shastra is like a blueprint. It's very that who is God and who is not. Our Shastra already says Kalki will be there. So
Yes.
Kalki will be God.
Yes.
Otherwise, no one will build it.
Yes. Yes.
Someone else will be next God.
Right.
So
Exactly. Yeah. So first is Shastra. My point is first Shastra, then Krishna, then Bhagavan. It's like mother and father. Unless the mother tells you, you don't know who's your father. You don't understand who's your mother from father. You understand who's father from mother.
I'm telling that when you say it looks little weird.
It is what it is. I cannot change the statement. I'm sorry.
मुझे लगता है कि भगवान को दिखा
नहीं लगेगा बिल्कुल नहीं लगेगा ओके ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय बेंसेलम कल्चरल सेंटर की जय थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर योर पार्टिसिपेशन online devotees, do you have any questions? I can't see.
6 people. That's all. 6 people.
Yes. So online devotees, any questions?
I do not have Prabhu.
I think she said everything. She is so good.
Thank you.
She is so good. Yeah, we miss you, Mathaji.
Thank you.
Start a class soon. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mathaji.
Thank you.
The more we listen to you, the more we want to hear you.
Yes.
So, yeah. Okay, thank you, devotees.
No great investigation.
Just focus quotes for this week. Get it? Hare Krishna. Now we are just reading for this Srila Prabhupada quotes for this week. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
December 8th. We are not enemies of Mthj. If they can be used for Krishna's service, then we welcome them. Letter to Ketananda, December 8th, 1968. 9th December. Who feels humble and meek has the door for the kingdom of God open for him or her. Letter to Janaki, December 9th, 1968. 11th December. When we simply remember to accept the control of Krishna and not to act independently, then all fortune is automatically present. Letter to Brahmananda, December 11th, 1916. 12th December. In Vaikuntha, there are thousands times beautiful women and thousands times strong men, but there is no sex desire. They are so much absorbed in Krishna consciousness that sex life is very insignificant. There is no sex life in the Vaikuntha. Vrindavan, December 12th, 1975. 13th December. God's business is to protect the faithful and kill the demons. Therefore, we find Lord Vishnu. The four symbolic representations for killing the club and the chakra, and for protecting the lotus flower and conch shell. Indore, December 13th, 1970. December 14th. Sir, I am suffering from some disease, so without going to the doctor and saving so much money, let me pay 100 rupees to the sadhu, and he'll give me his blessing. So I will save thousands of rupees for curing the disease. For this purpose, they go to the sadhu. Nobody goes to the sadhu for going back to Bhakti. New Delhi, December 14th, 1975. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you for the reciting Srila Prabhupada quotes. Now we have the kids sloka for the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. You can start now.
So kids.
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानामधर्मस्य तदात्मानं स्वजाम्यहम्
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं स्वजाम्यहम्. Whenever and wherever there is a rise of religious practice, wherever and whenever there is a decline of religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself.
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in a religious practice, and O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself.
Yada yada idharmasya glanirvavati bharata abhuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham.
Next.
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a rise in religion, at that time I will descend.
ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, kids, for the very nice and wonderful Bhagavad Gita reciting. Now we have Prasadam time. We are just chanting the Prasadam mantra. Mahaprasade Govinde Namo Brahmani Vaishnave Salpa Punyavatam Rajan Vishashanaiva Jayate Harira Abhita Jal Jarendriyata Hekal Vivekane Vishan Sagare Armate Jibayate Lugomaya Sudharmate Take Jeta Kotina Samsare Krishna Vara Dayamoy Hari Bare Jipa Jai Shaprasad Anna Dilabai Shri Anna Mita Pao Shri Radha Krishna Guna Gao Nimeda Kosi Chaitanya Nitai Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Jai Sri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Bhagavan Prasadam ki Jai Jai Gaur Sita Hari Hari.
Hari Hari Bol.